Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy the FWLTI to the Biggie here once again with another WWE predictions video. So this weekend it is Extreme Rules from the Raw brand. So let's not waste no time, people. Let's get straight into this. So first up on this Extreme Rules predictions video is the fact that there's only been 5 matches announced as it stands, and we're only 6 days away from the pay-per-view. So I will touch on them 5. Also, I do think there will be a couple of others added. I'm not too sure what ones they will be, but I'm going to go with this one, which is Goldust versus R-Truth. I just think with the storyline they're playing at a minute, Extreme Rules would be a great place to do this, a match between Goldust and R-Truth. Maybe do it a little stipulation or something. Maybe they'll go with an electrified fence match or something, like old school Goldust where he used to do the when he used to do the thing with Booker T, which was quite funny. As they're going retro Goldust, they might do that sort of thing. I doubt it. Alright, I doubt it, but it'd be funny if they did. So Goldust to get the win, and let's just move on, people. So the next one I want to touch upon, as you just saw, is Neville versus Austin Aries in a submission match. Now, these two had a great match at WrestleMania. Their one at Payback was even better, and this one should be a decent match as well. The only thing I feel with this match is it's getting a bit old now. I think this needs to be the blow-off match. Don't be surprised if Austin Aries wins and becomes Cruiserweight Champion. I really would not be surprised if that happens. So I'm going to stick with that prediction. Austin Aries to win. I know I have said Neville in the last two, but I do think if he's going to win anyone, this will be the one submission match. Obviously his finisher is a submission move anyway, as much as Neville does submissions himself now. Still a great match while it lasts. The last two are really, really good. I just feel that this one's stretched over enough time on pay-per-views now, and this has to be the blow-off match, and I'm going for an Austin Aries win, people. So let's just move on. So next up on this one, I want to do the Intercontinental title match between Dean Ambrose and The Miz slash Jizz slash, I don't really like either of them, to be honest. This one is, if Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, he will lose his Intercontinental title. I actually do think that Dean Ambrose will lose the Intercontinental title. I do believe The Miz will become the Intercontinental Champion. Maybe Elijah Sampson will play a part in it somewhere. There seems to be a little thing going on with Raw last week with Sampson and also Dean Ambrose, and he could move on to that afterwards. So maybe Elijah Sampson might get involved somewhere. If not, I don't think Dean will lose it by disqualification. I think with that stipulation out there, it'd be a really stupid way to do it. Normally when there's stipulations like that in a match, they don't normally win it by the stipulation, so I can't see it being a disqualification, but I can see The Miz walking out your new Intercontinental Champion on the night, and the match should be fairly alright. But it's Dean Ambrose. Who knows what you get with Dean Ambrose these days? He blows hot and cold so much you just really don't know. But The Miz to be your new reigning and defending Intercontinental Champion at the end of the night, people. Let's just move on. So next up, as you just saw, I want to talk about the Hardy Boyz versus Cesaro and Sheamus in a steel cage match. Now this one could be really, really good. We've seen Hardys in cage matches before. They're normally really, really good. The only thing is I would say about this is obviously Matt and Jeff do like to use top ropes a bit. Cesaro not so much so, and Sheamus we know is just a stiff wrestler. Doesn't really do really big aerial moves, hasn't really got a big kind of moveset anyway. Sheamus is the weak link in this kind of cage match. If anything, Sheamus is going to be the rough and tough one that I think is going to throw Jeff around a bit and smash Jeff up a bit, where Cesaro will probably just contend with Matt Hardy. Maybe this will be where they break the Hardys and now use the broken gimmick. I hear that that's pretty much done now, that the dub and also the Hardys do own the rights to the broken gimmick again. Obviously we know WWE want it for the merchandise, and maybe this might be the way to put the broken Hardy gimmick over. Obviously I'd love to see Brother Nero and Broken Matt back. I think they were great in TNA. That was the only good thing of TNA in the whole of last year, to be honest, and it'd be great to see it in the WWE. So Sheamus and Cesaro to get the win and be your new tag team champions, and Matt and Jeff Hardy to be broken once again. Let's just move on, people. So next up, as you saw, I want to talk about the match between Bayley and Alexa Bliss in a kendo stick on a pole match. Now, this one I reckon could be alright. Alexa Bliss and Bayley didn't do bad in the last pay-per-view they did when Alexa Bliss became champion. Their little rivalry's got a bit more spiteful. Alexa Bliss is obviously more spiteful than Bayley. I think Alexa Bliss will wear Bayley out with that kendo stick once she gets hold of it. Bayley is also meant business with her backstage segments with Kurt Angle, so I predict this one to be a really, really good matchup. I really like the way the Women's Revolution is going. You know, the women on both sets of brands are one of my main highlights at the minute. I think they're putting on great matches. There's so much great wrestlers in the women's division at the minute, and yeah, this one's will be no different. And I do predict that Alexa Bliss will still be your reigning and defending women's champion at the end of the night. Let's just move on, people. So last but not least, I want to talk about the fatal 5-way between Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt for the winner to be the #1 contender for Brock Lesnar as goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So I'm going for Finn Balor to win this fatal 5-way. I was sitting there earlier today and a couple of days previous to that, looking at this picture of the 5 of them, looking at Bray, looking at Samoa Joe, looking at Finn, looking at Seth, looking at Roman, and I was sitting there thinking, you know what, anyone could win this match. And I was like, I really don't know who to go for in this match. And it dawned on me, like after last week's segment with Paul Heyman, I was like, you know what, Finn's the least one that you expect to win this match out of all of them in it, apart from Samoa Joe. And I thought, you know, the Dub have spoken about they want all of them to challenge Brock over the next couple of months before he goes into WrestleMania, because it looks like Brock will hold it for the whole year till WrestleMania 34. And I was thinking, it's going to start with Finn, because I thought about it and I thought, you know what, it's not going to be Roman, because some way in this match I feel that Braun Strowman is going to appear some way. You know, everyone knows that he's only out for a couple of weeks and not this 6 months that the WWE predicted. So I'm thinking Braun's going to appear somewhere, so Roman's not going to win it, right? Seth has already got this thing still going with Samoa Joe, and I'm thinking like that just leaves Finn and Bray. And I was like, you know what, the WWE's killed Bray enough, it's not going to be Bray, right? So the logical thing I came to was it is going to be Finn Balor, so I'm going to go Finn Balor for the win in this fatal 5-way and be your #1 contender for Brock Lesnar and great balls of fire. So that was my predictions for Extreme Rules 2017. As I said, it's only 5 matches, and obviously that Goldust versus R-Truth that I've added to the mix because I think it might be added tonight. Obviously going into pay-per-views you would think that all the matches would be set by now, but it's not. But that's the 5 matches, they're my predictions, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, it's always much appreciated. And I'm going to be looking forward to Extreme Rules on the WWE Network as always. And I'm out of it, guys. This is your boy FOOTI to the big E. Remember to like, share, subscribe. If it's the first time you see my wrestling content, hit that subscribe button, and remember, smash that thumbs up button if you made it all the way to the end. And I'm out of it, guys. Bless and peace, people. Take care.